Welcome to Carpets of Kashmir. Here at our Mumbai showroom, we house an inventory of over 2,000 authentic hand-knotted pieces. But if you've ever bought a modern synthetic rug made from rayon or polyester, you already know their typical lifespan. Within a few short years, they flatten out, absorb stains, and inevitably end up degrading in a landfill. Compare that to an authentic, pure wool Kashmiri rug. Crafted using methods that date back to the 15th century, these are true heritage heirlooms, engineered to easily last well over 50 years. This raises a practical question. How does a 500-year-old natural weaving tradition manage to survive daily foot traffic, liquid spills, and the weight of heavy furniture significantly better than modern engineered plastics? To understand exactly why these carpets survive and appreciate in value over decades, we have to look past the surface and completely deconstruct their physical architecture. The architecture begins at the microscopic level with two specific premium fibers. The first is pure cashmere wool, sourced directly from the high-altitude cashmere goat. This incredibly fine fiber gives the rug its distinct softness and a natural, lustrous sheen. To give that soft cashmere a rigid backbone, artisans blend it with fine merino wool from New Zealand. The merino sheep produces exceptionally long staple fibers, which provide the carpet with massive structural strength. Because both of these high-altitude wools are rich in a natural oil called lanolin, the fibers come with their own invisible defense system. Liquid spills hitting the surface are immediately repelled, instead of soaking into the core. Nature has already engineered the raw material to resist decay and lock out stains, resulting in a fabric that requires remarkably little daily maintenance. Once you have the raw fiber, the next structural metric is KPSI, or knots per square inch. This diagram illustrates a 1-inch square grid. In an average mass-market rug, a single square inch holds a relatively loose grouping of knots. Authentic Kashmiri carpets pack anywhere from 200 to a staggering 900 knots into that exact same space. Think of KPSI like pixels on a high-resolution screen. By packing hundreds of tiny knots so tightly together, weavers can render highly intricate, beautifully curved floral, geometric, and pictorial motifs. Achieving that extreme density requires rigorous manual labor. Every single knot is tied individually on a vertical loom using traditional Talim-based hand-weaving techniques. That high knot count represents the strict physical requirement needed to achieve high-definition, authentic Oriental artistry. Zooming out to the completed pile, that blend of merino and cashmere wool exhibits a physical property known as fiber memory. When you lift a heavy coffee table or dining set, the crushed fibers naturally spring back into their original position, preventing permanent indentations. The sheer thickness of that dense pile also acts as environmental insulation. It absorbs ambient sound reverberations for a quieter room, while functioning as a physical thermal barrier against cold floors in the winter. Pure wool is also naturally flame retardant, adding a built-in layer of safety around residential fireplaces compared to highly flammable synthetic polymers. The dense physical pile transforms the carpet into active, protective environmental architecture for your home. Because they possess both physical memory and intense structural density, you don't need to treat these rugs like fragile museum pieces. They are engineered for lived-in luxury, perfectly suited for high-traffic hallways, dining rooms, and corporate boardrooms. Their value over time is determined by this model, the 6 Pillars of Rug Valuation. This covers material quality, KPSI, age, condition, design, and rarity. According to our in-house expert Rohit Sharma, maintaining that high-value condition over the decades simply requires regular vacuuming and the occasional professional clean. And at the end of its life cycle, unlike the polyester rugs piling up in landfills, a genuine Kashmiri wool rug is completely biodegradable and colored entirely with eco-friendly, Azo-free Swiss dyes. Explore over 400 designs online, from avant-garde to classic tribal motifs. Visit our Mumbai showroom or commission a bespoke, custom-shaped rug, tailored exactly to your space. Choosing an authentic Kashmiri rug means rejecting the cycle of disposable modern design. It's a deeply sustainable, 50-year investment in your family's legacy.